Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Jansen, Chief Research Officer for Everest Group. And today I'm joined by David Ricard, a Vice President out of our European advisory practice.
Nice to be here, Michael.
Great. David, let's talk a little bit about one of the questions we had in our 2021 key issue study. In that analysis, we talked about what are the key business challenges that enterprises and service providers were experiencing. And we did the question both at a global level, and then we also did a European cut here. Talk to me about what you found in the data.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. I think it's fair to say that EMEA has sort of the same challenges as the global business, but we do see some additional complexity that the European region has. For example, COVID-19 has sort of led to many enterprises having to look at sort of more nearshore delivery options, but the price of this is actually being quite cost prohibitive. So they're caught into that no man's land between wanting to have more nearshore delivery, but actually the price pushing against them in the opposite direction. The other area I see here from an EMEA perspective is actually with such a diverse set of languages that is required in EMEA, it's really hard to find those at any sort of scale in a nearshore model. So again, that's pushing companies to consider their operating model options. And then lastly, with all the data regulations, especially industry-specific ones such as healthcare or BFSI, it's causing enterprises and service providers to be reviewing their delivery locations and considering EU destinations versus the usual offshore locations that they're looking at in the past. And these are some of the European-specific challenges that we're seeing.
Yeah, so those aren't necessarily that different. It just seems like the pandemic has accelerated the need to get those done quickly. David, we talked about in the webinar, we talked about a concept called pent-up optimism, and we're starting to see, certainly the Wall Street and the stock markets on a tear. We're hearing more favorable numbers across the board. Do you think Europe's in a situation where you're going to see pent-up optimism in a big way?
Yeah, I think we are. Obviously, EMEA is a very diverse region, and we're seeing different sort of dynamics in different countries. But I think the general sense is that we are coming out the other side with the increase of vaccinations, etc. And we're hearing from service providers that we're talking to that there is a lot of pent-up demand, and clients are looking at their operating model and starting to think about what the next version of their operating model could be, which will present a lot of opportunities both for enterprises to move their models and also for service providers.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a little bit of a return to normal, and I think second half of the year is going to be fantastic. We just got to get through a few more weeks here, a few more months. David, in a sentence, how can you help your clients?
Yeah, I think there's a number of ways that Everest can help our clients. I think a couple of big examples would be that taking the opportunity to look at your nearshore locations that could mitigate some of these risks would be a valuable thing to do now. So using our expertise in terms of locations to understand the ones that would really help you address those challenges. And then finally, it would be to look at the technology that could maybe help you to sort of automate or eliminate some of the volume, especially if it's a voice-based sort of contact center environment. Looking at technology can help you to eliminate volume, will also mitigate the risk that's presented by future pandemics or future outages that you may experience. And so those are a couple of areas that we could help with, looking at technology and looking at your location strategy.
David, thank you for your time.
Thank you.